Hi, welcome to Transformation Tuesday. Yeah, so Jimmy Taycheck, award-winning life mastery consultant and paradigm shifter. So, what is a paradigm shifter anyway? So, we are a growing global community dedicated to shift and uplift the planet. I love it. Going at this since, oh my gosh, you know what? March of 2020. So, we are celebrating 4 years. Yeah, wow, isn't it?
Wow. Yeah.
Every Tuesday. Every Tuesday, bringing in, boy, people from all over the globe with like insight, inspiration, lifting it up, shifting, lifting it up, shifting. So let's take a deep breath into this March of 2024. And our topic, well, it's opening doors in 2024, right? And specifically to March, allowing and giving ourselves permission for new growth. Yes, and that takes courage and bravery. So I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and bring our guest speaker in, Dr. Ann Manginelli from Cookeville, Tennessee. And Ann's word for this year was permission. So come on in here, Ann. Tell us a little bit about yourself and enlighten us about this allowing new growth or giving yourself permission. Come on in.
Hey. Well, I am always glad to be here. And so, my word, yes, for the year is permission. Well, first, let me introduce myself. So, Dr. A. Manginelli, live in Cookeville, Tennessee. I am a professor at Tennessee Tech University, and I teach in the College of Interdisciplinary Studies. I'm also a mother, grandmother, daughter and caregiver, mom to a house full of fur babies, lots of different things that bring me joy. So, my word for the year is permission. And so I start each day with that word. And I am on, we're what, day 60, day 68 of my year of permission. And so just permission to grow, permission to thrive, permission to do and be whatever I would love to do and be. So,
So there. So
yeah.
tell us about when we were talking last week. You had like this, gear up. That's what I
Uh-huh.
really wanted to have you come and talk about it.
Okay.
And maybe that would be like something that we can all use
Yeah.
here. Go ahead.
Sure. Sure. So, one of the other things that I committed to at the beginning of this year was to spend an entire year with Science of Mind. So, read through that throughout the year. And I love the work of Ernest Holmes. Have several of his books, and I've read this thing called You through 2 or 3 times at this point. And so, in that reading, and then in my Science of Mind study this year, Ernest talks about expecting, accepting, and receiving, and that being important to being able to receive the abundance. That's those 3 words. And then in Science of Mind, he talks about all that is held in store for us in unlimited potential possibility. So I also have a daily gratitude practice. So in the morning, I wake up with gratitude and write a gratitude list. I may add to it throughout the day. This year, I'm keeping a running gratitude list. So we'll see how far I get. I think I'm on maybe 250 gratitudes for the year so far. Um, so knowing that gratitude was an extremely important practice for me. And I honestly believe gratitude has saved my life at many points. So I thought, huh. And I do like acronyms and, you know, ways to kind of remember things. So I just, in my journaling, I was like, oh, I noticed that the words kind of paired up. So I was like, oh, gear up. That would be a good mantra for me to wake up with in the morning when I want to get up and get ready and energize myself and start my day. So I came up with that little affirmation that I write every morning before I do my gratitude. And it goes like this: with gratitude, I expect, accept, and receive the abundance in store for me in unlimited potential possibility. And then I just say, gear up. And I get up and, and go about my day. And that for me, it connects me first with that gratitude practice that is so important to me. And it reminds me that I have to be in the receptive mode. I have to expect that I will receive. I have to accept the good that's there. I have to accept that I'm worthy and that I have permission to receive the abundance of the universe in all forms, not just money, but in all forms. And if I expect it and I accept it, I will receive it. So that's gear up.
Let's gear up. I love it. Can you tell us about a time in your life that was really like a struggle and really hard, and perhaps where you've grown to now, and where that was what we call like a bottom? Can you tell us something personal in your life where, well, actually, I know when we first met, but
Mhm.
would it be okay for you to share that?
Yeah, yeah. I've hit bottom 2 or 3 times in my life at least. And those kind of bottom experiences really have been connected to big losses in my life, people that I loved and cared about. One of my early big losses was losing my son in 2002. That was a huge bottom, and that's one time when I can say gratitude really saved my life, because I could tell I was spiraling down. And I had family, I had children that I loved, I wanted to be present for them. So I made myself start a gratitude practice, and I would not let myself go to sleep before I thought of 5 things I was thankful for that day. And that slowly started to pull me out. And about the time we started working together, I was stuck. I remember that just like it was yesterday. I had experienced the loss of my husband, and that was a sudden loss, short battle with cancer. I was his caregiver, and it was a devastating loss. I was working on my PhD at the time, and in close proximity to that, COVID hit. Uh, Lots of things surrounding the pandemic and my research and not being able to travel. So there was a lot of things that were those bottom experiences. So being able to hook into a practice and getting some tools and skills from you, Judy, that was instrumental in helping me kind of start rising up, you know?
And on and on and on. And this year is about permission. And um, I know that currently I would really, really love to have you talk about your book, if that's okay, your holy haikus.
Yeah, yeah.
And why is that? And your why? Why would you even want to write a book like that? And tell us more about the title,
Okay.
and how you what you hoped that that book will bring. Yeah.
So I'm currently in the process of writing a proposal for this book to submit to a specific publisher. And the title of the book is Holy Haiku Short Meditations on the Deep and Sacred Work of Grief for Widows. I've kind of had this idea of holy haiku in my brain and its connection to grief for a while. Um, but only, within the last year and a half have I focused in on widows. And so it's short haiku poetry with a short meditation, um, and a book of those. And so I was going to say something and it went out of my mind. Oh, the process to giving myself permission to do this started with my word of the year for last year,
Which was what?
which was healing. And I knew that that was my word, and it's, you know, the divine universe. I had that as my word, and in February, I suddenly had high blood pressure issues and was really sick for a couple of months. And, blood pressure, blood circulation, all of that has to do with the heart. And so as I was, trying to really reflect on what was going on and why this was happening, I got the clear message that I had closed off my heart. I had allowed my heart to be closed off because of the losses. And if I wanted to be able to not only survive but thrive in life and enjoy my grandchildren and just enjoy all of the abundance that life has to offer, I was going to have to start the work of opening my heart again. And so that process has led me here to giving myself permission to finish this book and submit it.
I love it. Holy haiku, because you're a writer and that's your gift. So, what, okay, so like, let's just imagine that
Mm.
um, someone is reading the book. What kind of feeling, or what is that book going to be an anchor for
Mm.
people? Let's just imagine that. Yeah.
Well, the anchor and the feeling would be, first, I'm not in this alone. That, even though I believe that everybody's experience in grief is unique, my grief is not going to be like your grief. It's not going to be like anybody else's. So it's all unique, but we all experience it. We all experience loss in some area, family members, close friends, um, and just knowing that we're not alone in our experience and that it is possible to feel joy again, to feel hope again, to come back to a zest for life again, that all of those things are possible. And not only possible, uh, they will happen. So, just those things. And um, yeah, yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, just another quick question. How have you changed in the process of writing the book? How has that changed you?
The biggest change is opening my heart. Opening my heart to love first for myself. You know, I think that that was probably one of the areas that I've always needed to work on, but did not acknowledge, because you can't give what you don't have. And so, healing that in 2023 is what has made it possible for me to give myself permission in 2024 to love myself just as I am, um, celebrate every day, have joy in every day, be grateful in every day. Um, Life is good.
I love it. And
Life
you know,
is
I
good.
love the fact that you're at a university and that
Mhm.
your energy transmits and transforms the generations. Not only you and your grandchildren and that, but whew,
Yeah,
wow, amen.
yeah.
Yeah,
Amen, amen.
I am so looking forward to that. The book Holy Haiku Short Meditations on the Deep Sacred Work of Grief. For widows, for people
Mhm.
who lost. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I would really. This is great, and I know that you're getting ready to go off on spring break.
Yes.
But man, and all this energy. Thank you for taking this time out. But what can we hold for you, Anne? What would you love to have us hold for you?
Hmm. Hmm. Ooh, wow. Continued gratitude to see the abundance around me every single day. Every single day. Continued gratitude.
You got it. All right, here it comes. Continued gratitude. Oh, that's so cool. All the way to Tennessee.
Take it.
Oh, thanks.
Permission to be grateful every day.
It is. Thank you so much for taking the time out before you leave to be with on the beach with and what a beautiful energy that you bring. You know, and I know it's work. I know what you're doing is work. And that's the beauty of it, that you're giving yourself permission to take time out to go and play with those grandkids and come back full of life. Wow. Amen. Just what we needed,
Mhm.
and allowing new growth.
Yes.
Amen.
Amen.
Boom. That's a
Thank
wrap
you.
for Transformation Tuesday. Wow.